Hello guys. You can do whatever you put your mind to. So anything that's in your mind, any dream, your mindset, your vision of your higher self, whatever it is that's on your mind, you can become that. And there is a big reason why it's set towards you. There is a reason why you have dreams and you have a vision for yourself that no one else can see. But everyone else around you also has a vision for themselves. And some people work towards that vision, others don't. But you have to come to a conclusion. You have to understand that it's there, it's meant for you, and that dream is yours. And whatever you're waiting on is also waiting on you. So it's the complete opposite. However, a lot of people will talk to you about manifestation. You have to understand, things don't just rock up to your life. The main aspect of life is for you to take action. And for you to put in the work, you have to show up. You have to put yourself out there so you can start receiving. Otherwise, the things that you're waiting on, you're going to keep on waiting for them. Because in opposite effect, it's also waiting on you. And it's not going to take action for you. It's not going to come closer to you. You're the one who has to move closer to that position. So whatever you think about, whatever dreams that you have in your life, think about it as it's your higher self, okay? And this higher self of you has things already figured out. If you think about it, they're already healthy, they're fit, they're wealthy, and they have things figured out. You know, they're not in a stressful environment. They're not worried. They're not anxious. None of that exists for them. They have things figured out. They're very happy, which is very important. Your happiness is important. And so you have to now work towards that higher version of yourself. Why are they so happy? Why are they so healthy? How did they make money? And then you work towards that. So if you're someone in a position right now, as of the present moment, and you know that you're not eating well, you're not staying fit, not going for a walk or anything like that, but you look at your higher version of yourself and they are very healthy, then you need to start working on maybe exercising, eating better food, cleaner food, not eating junk anymore. And if you look at your higher self and they're confident, well, you're going to have to start putting yourself out there. You're going to have to start to give less of a shit and not worry about the outcome so much, but everything is a journey. So let's say, for an example, a YouTube video. If anyone wants to make a YouTube video, but they don't know how to start, they don't know where to start, you're just going to have to start. It doesn't matter what you produce, because it's not the outcome of the video that you're going to produce. At the end of the day, we all know it's going to be shit, and that's okay. It's not a big deal. But the most important key aspect to this is that you're actually training yourself. You're training to trust yourself. You're growing your confidence without you even knowing. It's an unconditional habit that's happening to you because you're now putting yourself out there, and you're going to get used to this. You're going to break that fear. The only way you can break fear is to face it. And so you have to take action towards it. That fear turns into confidence. It doesn't matter what position you're in. Even if you think about your first day on the job or first day at school, I don't know about you guys, but I was fucking shitting myself. You know, when it was orientation day and it was my first day of the year going to school, I didn't know anything. I didn't know anyone. And there was a lot of fear towards that. You know, so the first of everything is always going to be a struggle. It's always going to be something that is incredibly hard. And then you're going to get used to it. As long as you keep showing up, you show up with the consistency, doesn't matter how the outcome turns out to be. Doesn't matter, you have to block out the noise. Whoever it is that's around you, whoever it is on social media or whatever, if anyone's going to be negative towards you, who gives a shit? Because let me tell you, ladies and gentlemen, whether you're successful, whether you work on yourself, or you're just trying to figure life out, people are always going to talk. They're always going to have something to say, because the truth of the matter is, deep inside themselves, they are not happy. And they cannot figure out how you're trying to work on yourself when they cannot do that themselves. So for them, it's a struggle. And so you have to block that noise out. You have to come to an understanding of that. It's not your job to understand, but at the same time, it is your job to understand, if that makes sense. Because you can't always take everything to the heart. You know, if you, for an example, if someone comes up to me, speaks negative about me or my appearance or whatever it is, I know it's not my problem, it's their problem. They're coming off with their own problems, trying to put it on someone else. I can understand that, but I'm going to let it be. I'm going to block that noise out and move on with my life, you know. And these people, they remove themselves, you know. They can't keep on attacking you, because later on they're going to find out that it's not even worth it. They're going to realize how miserable they are. So you have to block out the noise of anyone around you who's negative, who's no good for you, and detach from that situation. It's the same thing as your own outcome. Detach from your outcome. Whatever it is that you want to see in life, detach from it for a little bit and understand that this is a journey of learning. It's you learning how to become closer to your higher self, how to work on yourself, how to manage life, because there's no rule. There's nothing in life. The closest thing you're going to get is probably a Bible. But other than that, there are no rules to life. There are no rules about you need to get married, you need to follow the crowd. No, you pick your own way of living life and you follow whatever your soul's intention is, because your soul is its own GPS tracker. You know, it knows what it wants, and you're going to have to go put in the work and go and get it. And whatever you see, your human body, the flesh, doesn't matter. The whole purpose is your soul. It's a soul's journey in life. Everything else, humans and whatnot, detach from that. You know, even your own body. You're rented, your whole body is rented. It's not even yours. It stays here. But your soul is the most important part, because that, it needs to learn as much as it possibly can. And if you really think about it, you go into yourself, you realize that you don't really need to care. You detach from the situation and go live your life the best way that you possibly can, and go do things. It's totally okay to learn. It's not a failure at all. You learn, you start from the very beginning, and that's how things grow for your life. Everyone has to start from the beginning, you know. So I haven't made a video in a very long time, but I thought I'd share a message with you guys today. So I hope you guys have enjoyed, and have a wonderful day.